Here's an overview of how to use this interactive tool to learn more about mortality rates in Washington State using data collected from 2011 to 2015. First, we choose one of 18 causes of death from the drop-down menu. Below, we can see the total Washington State population, as well as the total deaths from 2011 to 2015 for the selected cause. This first chart shows us the mortality rate per 100,000 people for every census tract. We can see from this data that most census tracts had overdose mortality rates of less than roughly 250 deaths per 100,000 people, but that rates were much higher for certain census tracts. Hovering over a point displays these tracts on the map to the left. Below, the mortality rates for the eastern and western sides of the state are graphed by age group. To the left, we see maps of Washington State with mortality rates for the selected cause of death shown in shades of blue. As shown in the key, higher mortality rates are displayed as darker shades. Though all of Washington State is clearly shown in the middle, the individual census tracts can be difficult to see, so inset maps of major urban areas are included. We can use the slider to the right to highlight all the census tracts with mortality rates above a certain threshold value on the map. At this value, 550 deaths per 100,000 people, we see that the regions with the highest mortality rates are in the Seattle area. As we keep sliding to the left and reducing our threshold value, census tracts with lower and lower mortality rates light up. This paragraph below tells us whether the differences in mortality rate between the eastern and western sides of the state are statistically significant at the accepted level. Once we find a highlighted cluster that looks interesting, we can hover over the census tract to see more data: the exact mortality rate for the selected variable, population count, and nearest city. If we click on the region, we can jump to the location in Google Maps to learn more. For further guidance while using the tool, hover over the I buttons placed throughout. Methodology can be viewed by hovering over the labeled button, and similar visualizations can be found at the Chase Lab website.